We just linked Gathered, notes from the Salt and Honey table. It will follow you season by season with what is in and out for seasonal produce, gardening tasks and jobs that you can do that month in your garden, as well as provide an exclusive recipe, hint, hint, this one's in it. And of course, our top entertaining and hosting tips from the team here at Salt and Honey. We hope you join us over on Substack and become part of our growing community there. We can't wait to see you. Hi, my name is Liv and I own Salt and Honey Catering in the San Francisco Bay Area, and today I'm going to show you how to make potato leek soup. This soup is one of my absolute favorites to make every winter. It's something I crave all season long, and I can't wait to share it with you today. It's a great weeknight meal, ready to go in 15 minutes, and only takes a couple of simple, staple pantry ingredients to get this onto the stovetop and into your belly lickety-split. For today's recipe, you're going to need Yukon Gold potatoes, leeks, chicken stock, heavy cream, cannellini beans, butter, garlic, bay leaf, thyme, and your favorite bitter greens. Today I'm using dandelion greens, and let me tell you, the juxtaposition between the nice, rich, soupy base with those bitter greens just really elevates the soup. It adds a layer and depth to the flavor, and it also just makes it even better for you for this time of year, especially if you're trying to fight off a cold or anything like that. So let's go ahead and get started and get everything onto the stovetop. So to a heavy bottom pot, I'm gonna go ahead and add my butter, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add my leeks in. For me, leeks are definitely an underrated allium. They can be a bit of a pain in the butt to clean, but the best way I've found to clean leeks is to fill up a large mixing bowl full of water, cut your leeks up into little half moons, and then you're going to just dunk all of your leek slices into that bowl of water. You're going to swish all of your pieces around, let all of that grit and sediment just fall to the bottom of the mixing bowl, and then you're just going to lift out the leek pieces onto a paper towel lined sheet tray, or if you have like a kitchen towel lined sheet tray. The only thing you want to ensure when you're doing this method is just don't dump the leeks in the water into a colander and drain it that way. You're just going to drain all of that sediment that you've been collecting at the bottom of the mixing bowl back into your leeks, and then you have to start all over again. So it definitely helps. It's really fast this way, and you don't have to worry about cleaning the leeks at all before chopping them up. All you have to do is just rinse them in the water. It makes using leeks in recipes so much more enjoyable and easy and manageable. Now that our butter is melted, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer all of our leeks right into the pan to go ahead and get them sauteed. It will feel like we are using a lot of leeks. I mean, if this is 4 medium leeks, but the nice thing is that the leek melts down really easily, and it melts into nothing basically. And so you're left with just this really mild oniony flavor that just works so well as a complement to the potato. So even though the pan looks really, really full right now, full of leeks, it'll reduce down by half in the cooking process. All right, our leeks have been cooking and they've basically lost about half their volume. Now we're gonna go ahead and add in our garlic, our other aromatics, our bay leaf and our thyme, our potatoes, our white beans, and our stock. The addition of the white beans just really helps to just amp up the protein value in your soup. It's a great plant-based addition to help make the soup more filling overall, which is why I add them in, and you can't even taste them. Such a wonderful, sneaky little hack. I'm gonna go ahead and season with some salt and pepper, I'm gonna bring this back up to a boil. Alrighty, our potatoes are nice and tender. Best way to tell if potatoes are tender in this instance, for me anyway, is to just take the back of my wooden spoon and just press gently one of the potato cubes up against the side of the pot, and if it breaks apart easily, then your potatoes are done. I'm gonna fish out the bay leaf and the thyme, and then we're going to do the only bit in this recipe that is bathy. We're gonna blend it. I like to use an immersion blender for this because then I don't have to transfer hot soup into my actual blender. If you want something that is a little bit more chunky and a little bit more rustic, let's call it, then just use a potato masher and mash to your desired consistency. But I definitely like something a little bit smoother, especially so that way those white beans can fully break down. I did season this while this was on the stove, but I didn't season it too much while I was on the stove because once everything breaks down and once everything is blended, then you need to adjust for seasoning again. So if it's a little bit bland right now, don't worry about it. You can definitely continue to adjust as your soup comes together. You really can smell the bay. It like totally just lifts and gives this aroma, this aromaticness to the soup. It's so wonderful. All right, now that our soup is fully blended, we're going to add in our heavy cream. If you wanted to make this a plant-based soup, you totally could. I would just swap out chicken stock for veggie stock, butter for plant-based butter or olive oil, and of course, for your heavy cream, you can do an oat creamer or like the cream part of the coconut milk. All of that works well too. And adding the cream off the heat is going to help one, thin it out, and give it that luscious unctuousness, but also not scorch the cream. And it's perfect in terms of consistency. The cream really helped to give the soup some more body and thin it out so it doesn't feel like just really, really thick mashed potatoes or thin mashed potatoes, I guess. Getting the rest of this cream out so good. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and add in our bitter greens. These will naturally wilt from the heat of the soup, so no worries there in terms of putting it back onto the stove. So I'm just gonna taste really quick to see if we need to add any seasoning. Ooh, just gonna add a little bit of pepper. I'm gonna just put a little bit more salt. And this potato leek soup is ready to serve. Okay, our soup is ready and it's time to serve it up. So let's dish up a bowl. I always like to top my soup with a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit extra salt. Normally I would use flaky sea salt. I don't have any in the house today. One final grind of pepper. I'm so excited for this. You have no idea. And I went ahead and did this earlier. I have some sourdough croutons that I baked off earlier. Let's give this a try. Oh yeah, this is phenomenal. It's creamy, it's decadent, it's so flavorful, and it's so well-rounded. You have the creaminess from the potatoes and the cream, that subtle leek flavor, the hints from the thyme and the bay, and then you have that sharpness from the bitter green. So good. This is exactly what I want to eat on a cold winter night. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe down below and leave a comment and let me know what your favorite winter soup is. I have a link to our Substack that just launched, friendly reminder, where you can find this recipe exclusively inside it. I hope you come back for another video. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.